Welcome to this quick start video where we'll set up the WordPress SEO's titles and meta tags. Okay, so now we're on to the titles and metas that you can set up in the WordPress SEO plugin to basically templatize your content creation and some of the taxonomies and stuff. This is a very big plugin. You can do a lot of stuff with it. So we're going to break these quick start videos down into small bite-sized pieces. And we're going to start with this one because this is probably the most useful and the one that you can really kind of make most of the mistakes with. So we'll spend a little bit of time on this. The first thing you can see is that there's a number of tabs, and we'll go through each of those. But on the general tab, your first one is your title settings. The plugin will go out and it'll work out whether or not it can rewrite your titles dynamically on your pages. So leave the plugin work that out for itself. Don't change that unless you know that you have a theme that doesn't allow those rewrites to happen. So then you can tick that box and force it. I just generally tend to leave that alone. Plugin will work that one out for itself. Then there's a title separator. So what you'll find in the next set of tabs is that there's some shortcode tags you can use to set up the basic template structures, and one of them is a separator tag, and then what that allows you to do is pick what you want that separator to be. So I just use the standard dash. You can change it to the dot or the bar if you want. It's up to you. So we'll just leave it for now at that one. Now moving to site-wide meta settings. I don't want my sub pages archived in Google. I don't want them appearing in search results. So I always tick that box because there's really not much point in those appearing in the search results. Meta tags, nobody uses meta keyword tags anymore. So unless you have a specific reason why you want to have a meta keywords tag, you probably just don't, you'll leave that one blank. If you're in DMOZ or in the Yahoo directory and you have a really good description of your site there and you want to use that description instead of your own meta description, then you can tick that box. But generally speaking, most sites aren't in those directories, so you can leave those blank. We're going to hide the RSS links from the headers, and we're going to hide the short link for the post. They don't really add any value for you. And then for 99% of people, you don't use applications to do any posting to your WordPress site and adding content. So you can tick those 4 boxes and clean that all up. So we'll hit save. And now those settings will be done. And we'll move on to the home page. So this is where you set the title tag and the meta description for your home page. So I want my title tag on my home page to be the name of the site with the separator and the site description. So if we save that quickly, and then once that's done, we'll go over to our settings, our general settings. This is your, when it comes up, this is your site title. So that's the name, and the tagline is that description it was talking about. So if we go back over here, we click on home. So the site name and the site description, that was the site name or the site title, and the site description is the tagline. So I want, the rapid action learning, etc. So what it'll appear like is there, rapid action learning, learn online quickly. Then in the meta description, you'll want to populate that. So learn how to build and market your online courses and information products for maximum exposure. That'll do. And then we'll save that And now we've set our meta description and our title tag. So if we go over and we bring up, we view the source code of our page, we can see that we've got our title tag here and it's set to our site name and our tagline. And then over here in the description, we've got it, learn how to build and market your online course and information products for maximum exposure. So that's passed through. It's worked exactly as we've expected. And then we'll go over to post types. Now, these are posts and pages. So you can set up standard title templates, meta description templates. You can use these tags to kind of structure it, etc. I personally like to set my titles and my meta descriptions on a post and page basis. I don't particularly want to set them up across the board. I'll do it on a page level basis or a post level basis. So for all intents and purposes, we'll just make it the title. We'll leave the description template blank because like I said, I don't need that populated by the plugin. We certainly want our posts and our pages and our media indexed, and we want Google to go through and follow them. So we leave those ticked. We don't untick. We don't check that. We leave it unticked. Do you want the dates to appear in the snippets on preview? I don't really care if the dates appear. So we can show the date in the snippet if we want. We'll tick that for posts, but maybe not for pages. And like I said, I change some of this stuff on a post and a content and a page level basis. So we won't hide the meta box. We'll show you that when we start creating content in another quick start video. And we'll use the same structure for pages. So we'll just have the title appear automatically. And again, you can change that at a page and post level. I won't put the date snippet in there for pages because pages have a longer shelf life. So we won't do that. We'll leave. And the media, that's for things like images and videos, etc., that you might attach using the media. Again, we just want the title, and we won't show the date snippet in those, and we want those to appear maybe like in Google image search, for example. So we definitely want them indexed, and we'll save changes. We'll go over to other taxonomies. Now, I don't really change these. These are your category title page. So if somebody goes and clicks on the name of a category, the archive page will be all of the posts in order in that category. And this is the title template. Now, I'm not too fussed by what's in the meta description for that. I actually just don't want those to appear in the Google index. I don't want my category pages ranking for anything. I want Google to crawl them, so let them be followed. But I don't want them appearing. And same with my tag pages and the format pages. And we can hide the meta box because we're not going to change it anyway. Similarly, the meta description really doesn't matter to me. So we'll just make those changes and we'll click save. Like I said, you just leave those as standard unless you have a specific reason why you want to make those. Maybe you want your titles to be a little bit different based on your category pages, and if somebody goes and visits a tag page, you might have a certain structure you want. I personally just don't really find that. I don't find it valuable, so I won't change it. And then if we go to others, now I don't want my author archive. So this is if you have multiple author sites. If somebody clicks on the author name, it'll show all of the posts attributed to that author. This is pretty much a one author site, so we'll disable the author archive. So even if they click on the name, they don't see it. It doesn't happen. So we'll disable the date archives. I'm not interested in people searching or having a date-based index of my content. So by no indexing and no follow, Google will actually go look at them, but they won't actually put them in the index. And disabling them means they're just turned off. So that's better. We don't need to change these. So you can see that your search pages and 404 pages. So when somebody does a search on your site or somebody can't find a page and they're delivered a 404 page, those are no index by default. so they never appear in the search results. But what do you want the title tag to be? This is, again, just usability, so you can change it as and when, if you want. So if we wanted it to say, we're sorry we didn't find your page, you could change it to that. These are just really small usability. So that's the basics of setting up titles and metas in the plugin. Again, try and keep it as simple as you can. Otherwise, it can get a little complicated and you're more prone to making mistakes and things appearing in a way that you don't want them to appear. So try and keep it as simple as possible.